there is a film that is out. I think it's out today. I will be corrected if I am wrong in that. We have writer-director Stephen Luke is here with us today. He is going to tell us everything about Operation Seawolf. Stephen Luke, welcome to the Film Threat Livecast. You are here. You were waiting patiently in our digital green room. How's it going, Stephen?
Oh, I'm so excited. Guys, okay, so I'm going to try not to fanboy, but I love watching your guys' show. So,
thank you.
I love it. I love all the YouTube videos. I watch them all the time. So, like, Chris, the Film Courage videos that you do. I'm sorry, I don't mean, maybe I can't give another plug for them.
Go right ahead.
I love those videos, dude.
Oh, thanks.
I love listening to them. They're just fantastic. So everyone in the chat, I highly recommend checking out all of those things because it's so true. All true.
Wow. Well, look, I know we have limited time today. We got a packed show. And I appreciate the compliments. See, it's nice to know. People in the chat wonder, hey, do filmmakers in Hollywood, do they listen to the feedback? I think Twitter is a terrible place to have a nuanced conversation. Twitter is awful. You know, you've got limited, a word count. Things jokes can be misinterpreted. But I really feel the best and most nuanced conversations I've had are here on YouTube. So I'm really happy that you would take the time to talk to us and that you actually listen to the audience at YouTube is great. But your film, Operation Seawolf, please correct, it's out today in theaters and on demand. Is that right?
Yeah. So out today in theaters in demand. It's a number of theaters in some select cities. So yeah, really excited for people to get a chance to watch it. Just like every movie, you're just excited to kind of just get it out in the world.
Well, just so we get it right, Operation Seawolf is in theaters today. It's on demand, and it'll be on digital October 25th. But Dolph Lundgren is in this thing. So once I knew that, how is this guy, Dolph Lundgren? I have to ask you about working with him. But Dolph Lundgren, how is he so chiseled, like he hasn't aged since Rocky IV? Like, he's amazing.
I would have to say it's probably in his genes. He definitely was born. I mean, obviously being a big fan of Rocky IV, as I'm sure most people are. I mean, the man just has incredible genetics. That's for sure. And but also saying that, like, he works really, really hard. I don't want to say like in the gym, but I mean, he really does. He watches his diet. I mean, he knows what it takes to kind of keep in shape, and he's follows through with that to perfection.
Tell us about the story for this film. It is a genre that I think people are familiar with. It's your submarine intrigue. Tell us about the story and how you came to you're the writer director. So this Operation Seawolf was born in your brain. So Tell us what got you here talking to us.
Okay, so fun little story. I'll start with the second part of the question first. My producing partner, Andre Rellis, came to me with a request. He goes, hey, Dolph Lundgren wants to play a submarine captain. What do you got? And so, I kind of specialize, and I'm a history major, so I love historical films. I love doing World War I, World War II type of movies. So with that kind of knowledge in mind, and I had worked with Dolph in the past in another project. So I just I took with that. I did spent 2 weeks doing some research on different parts of the war that I thought were interesting, and just kind of fleshing out a character. We put together like a big outline storyline for him to review. I sent it over to him. Sent him over to him. Literally within a few hours, Dolph said, "I'm in. I love this. I love this character. I would love to work with you together to kind of develop him, flesh him out, and create the story." So, I mean, getting to work with Dolph, the storyteller, and obviously the actor, but just the incredible storyteller that he is, to kind of help craft the story. I mean, what an amazing, fantastic experience. And I mean, he's amazing to work with.
Well, I want to talk about some of the special effects and the action sequences. And just for people, the link to the trailer is in the description of this video. So go and definitely watch the trailer later after the live stream. But what were some of the challenges in putting together the special effects and action sequences? I mean, this movie looks epic.
Yeah, so this was kind of my first time really getting a chance to utilize a lot of VFX work in terms of the action sequences. It all takes place on the water for the most part, or I guess underneath the water. So, kind of just coordinating, the live action photography that would happen inside the submarine or the Navy ship. We shot on 2 live locations, the USS Cod in Cleveland, Ohio. Please go check it out. It's such a great location. And then we shot on the USS Iowa, which is in San Pedro, California. Awesome. So just kind of coordinating both those worlds. That's kind of my first time getting a chance to really, tell actors, okay, so there's going to be a fight over here. You're looking that way, and just trust me. All right, and boom. Okay, now react. And it's fun to get to do that, and then kind of just take that footage and obviously put it in with the VFX later on. So
cool.
It was a lot of fun.
We've got questions in the chat, so hopefully we can get through these quick. But like they're loving. Scott says, "Hail Steven." X McDouchey X says, "Hail Steven Luke." Welcome Steven says, "Back Fiendish 2 on Indiegogo." Fur to the Future says, "Dolph is a legit rocket scientist." Is that true?
I can't necessarily speak to him being like a practicing rocket scientist, but he definitely is in that category of if he chooses to talk rockets, I mean, you're going to be blown away with what he knows.
And then Captain Cooks has a question. Is this movie in any way drawing inspiration from Das Boot? That and Red October are my favorite submarine films.
I mean, I'm obviously a big fan of Das Boot, Red October. And yes, I mean, I would say I tried to find a different aspect of a story to tell than, Das Boot and The Hunt for Red October. And just kind of try to give a different maybe thought perspective on, what these guys went through in a submarine. So one of the things that I always was fascinated with, and it's very true, like, I mean, these submariners, they volunteered, almost all of them, to do it. And it's a very dangerous job. So, it's a different group of guys that kind of fight in that environment.
Did you get a sense of why he wanted to do a submarine movie? What was he looking to do? In that genre, I
think you mean Dolph.
Yes, yeah, Dolph. Yes.
I mean, I think he kind of wanted to, as I kind of got to work with him on developing the character. I mean, I think he wanted to really kind of dive into a character, and that wasn't necessarily like Dolph is an action hero, and I mean he is incredible at that. I think he really wanted to kind of really try, I don't say try on his sea legs for acting, but like he wanted to play a character and be confined to a space that's, he's going to have to rely on his acting ability. And Dolph is an incredible actor. He's fantastic. And I wish more people would give him those types of roles and parts because, I mean, he's incredible.
Yeah. There's not a lot of fist fights on a submarine. So.
Not a lot of fist fights.
Another question here. Want Biscuits asks, one piece of trivia is that all interior sub scenes were filmed inside an actual World War II submarine. How did you get access to that? Did you have to pay the Department of Defense to do so?
So, like I said, the submarine that we shot on, the USS Cod, it's a memorial museum run by a private. I'm pretty sure it's a private organization, and I honestly I knew they had done some documentary footage filming on it in the past. I reached out to them to see if they'd be interested. And to be honest with you, I mean, they were really excited, but I put the word, I put, hey, Dolph is going to come visit the sub if we shoot there. And they were in. Like they're like, Dolph Lundgren, he's going to be in our submarine. We're sold. We're in. Whatever you guys do.
That's great. Let's see. And another question here as we wrap up. Shelby AC asks, was it claustrophobic being inside a submarine?
So I don't get, I can handle tight spaces pretty well, but I will say this, like we had, and I know this is very true to the submarines, like an oxygen issue where we had a lot of bodies in the submarine, cast and crew, and it was hard to breathe. I mean, at times, just in terms of like oxygen. And, if you look really close, especially in some of the more intense scenes of the submarine, you can kind of tell that the guys are having trouble when they're not delivering their lines, but like they're gasping as if they almost kind of ran, and did their lines. Well, I mean, there was limited oxygen sometimes in the submarine, and we really had to, open up the hatches and pump oxygen in at times. I mean, nothing dangerous. It was interesting that those, experiencing exactly what those submariners would have had to experience.
Unfortunately, we have to leave it there. We have a packed show today, but writer-director Stephen Luke, thank you so much. And it's great to find out that you're a fan. A lot of our viewers wonder, like, does Hollywood listen? Do they kind of listen to the audience and what the audience wants? So I want to thank you for coming, connecting with us directly. I assume you're going to be back on the show at some point. And God, congratulations on the movie Operation Seawolf, out today in theaters, on demand, on digital, October 25th.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for having me. Please don't ever stop doing these things. It's so important. We do listen. We do hear. I know others are that way. Please keep it going. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Steven, take care, man. Have a great weekend.
You guys too.
Awesome. Later. What a great guy, dude. That was great. I don't know. I just love it when we get like an opportunity to talk to filmmakers. This is part of my not so hidden agenda